Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 253.
It's moving day again today, so we packed up everything here in the 2-bedroom villa at Bay Lake Tower and had Bell Services transfer that for us. They're just going right across the lake over to Boulder Ridge at Wilderness Lodge, but we're not going over there just yet. Alyssa's family is still in town and we're gonna go spend the day in the park with them first. So we took the monorail over to the TTC and then took the monorail over to Epcot from there and met up with them. When we first got in the park, Spaceship Earth had hardly any wait, so we went right on there. Very unusual first thing in the morning to have no wait there, but it worked out for us. So we rode Spaceship Earth and then we started heading over to Starbucks, and that is when we found that tragically for some people in our party, Starbucks was actually closed because they had put up a giant wall right in front of where Starbucks used to be, and there was no longer a Starbucks anywhere to be found in the park.
Which seems very poorly planned out. I mean, people need their coffee, especially on long park days, and so we did not know what to do with this information. We're like, what do you mean there's no Starbucks in the park? And they're like, oh, there's Joffrey's. Like, that's not the same thing. Those are two different companies, two different coffees. But they did have to settle for Joffrey's today because that was the only option they had.
While we were over by that Joffrey's cart near Mission Space, we decided that those of us who wanted to ride would just go ride Mission Space. We do have a fast pass coming up for Soarin, but it's not quite here yet, so we're gonna kill a few minutes by going over there and hoping to not get sick riding Mission Space.
One of my brothers did end up not feeling well after this ride, which is unusual. He has ridden it before. He's never had a problem before. He didn't like it this time. My mom did ride the calmer side and she actually really enjoyed it for the first time ever. I was so proud of her. I did not ride at all. I just stayed out there watching all the coffees and just sat there with my dad and just had a nice conversation where I didn't have to worry about possibly getting sick. We then headed over to Soarin because we do have that fast pass. Everyone has ridden this except my brother, sister-in-law, and my aunt. So this is brand new for them. We're all excited because we love this ride. We can't wait for them to see it. Of course, there's so many amazing scenes in here. But while we were riding it, my one brother, who is afraid of heights, and I guess we should have thought about that beforehand, realized he didn't like parts of the ride, and my sister-in-law and I just kept laughing at him throughout the entire ride because he was being hysterical while not looking at the screen the whole time.
Everyone did survive Soarin', and when we all walked off of there, it was time to go ride Living with the Land, because again, hardly any wait. It's one of those rides that either has an hour wait or no wait at all. Yeah. But I wasn't gonna go ride Living with the Land. I actually brought my computer today and I plan to work because I do have a big project I'm in the middle of. So I left and went over to the DVC lounge and got a table there and started working while they went to go ride some more rides.
My aunt absolutely loved this ride. My mom and I love it as well because it is so peaceful, it's so calm, and it's a beautiful ride. And this was really cool because when you ride during a festival, a lot of times they'll show where the different foods that they grow there in Living with the Land get served during the festival. And so we really enjoyed seeing this because we are about to go snack around. So some of the things we're about to eat in the festival were probably grown here in Living with the Land, which is really awesome. We then made our way over to Figment and rode that. Of course, always a cute ride and really never has a wait because it's Figment. It's super cute, but apparently everyone just skips that ride all the time. After we got off the ride, there is a photo booth there at the exit of Figment. It is included if you have Memory Maker, and I have Memory Maker because I have an annual pass. So we're like, oh, let's take some pictures in there. And a normal family would say, okay, you guys go in, you guys go in. My family of overachievers that we are decided we could all definitely fit in there. Spoiler alert, we could not all definitely fit in there. That's not how that works. A photo booth does not hold that many people. So we ended up with the best pictures ever. They were hysterical, but we absolutely love these memories because all of us trying to fit in there, it did not work at all. My parents did take some cute pictures and my sister popped in a couple of those as well. We just had a lot of fun with this booth. And right outside the exit there at Figment, there's a special photo spot for Disney Visa card holders. We are not Disney Visa card holders, but my mom is, and my aunt really wanted to see who the characters were inside. So we went in there and it was Minnie and Pluto. And so my aunt took some pictures with them. Then we headed back inside and went up to the DVC lounge to rest, get some drinks, get some snacks, and see how Robert was doing.
Everyone stayed up in the lounge and kind of relaxed and cooled off a little bit until I got to a stopping point with my work. I did not want to miss snacking around the world, and once I was done, we packed up my stuff, threw it in the backpack, and headed off to begin our snacking. And we wanted to go to a bunch of different booths. Everyone was on the dining plan that was staying over at Pop Century, which means they have those snack credits and they can be used for all the individual items at the festival for the food items and the non-alcoholic drinks. But if you wanted to have 3 items from any given booth, you could actually use a quick service credit instead. So they had plenty of snack credits to burn, and they had extra quick service meals. So we were going to try a ton of different things all the way around the world. We had so much to eat, and everyone was just kind of sharing a little bit here and there. And if something was someone's favorite, they got to finish it off. But for the most part, we just kind of sampled a ton of different food.
We spent our time just going through the country, snacking, saying what we liked, what we didn't like, and then Robert headed back to the DVC lounge while the rest of us headed to America. We have to get a funnel cake. That's my dad's absolute favorite snack anywhere, especially at Walt Disney World. So we decided to share a couple of them. We got the regular one and the Oreo one. We sat out there, all of us sharing it, before going inside to listen to the Voices of Liberty and going to see American Adventure. Of course, we always enjoy seeing American Adventure. It's so good, and several of the family members have never seen it, so of course they absolutely loved it. After this, we all kind of split off to do our own thing for the next couple hours. I'm not actually sure where everyone went. I know that my one brother and sister-in-law went and took some pictures, and my mom somehow got separated from the group. And the next thing we know, she comes back and she goes, "Hey, I just rode Frozen." And we were super confused as to why she chose to ride it by herself. Like, we're happy to ride it with her, but somehow she got separated from all of us and decided, well, I like riding Frozen, I should go ride Frozen. So she did, while my dad, aunt, and I were saving seats for the show tonight. My aunt really wanted to see Lauren Daigle. She was singing tonight for the Eat to the Beat concert, and so we saved some seats and just texted the rest of the family and said, hey, if you want to come see the concert, we have seats for everyone. We were in the very last row, but even being all the way back there, you still have a great view, so that's really impressive. We sat there and waited until the show started, and everyone actually made it back in time for the show, which was really awesome because we all got to enjoy it together.
When the concert was over, we said goodbye to everyone because they were staying in the park, hoping to see fireworks later and stuff, but we had to get back over to Boulder Ridge because we still have to do a room tour of the 2-bedroom villa there. And it's a Halloween party tonight. We have not missed one yet, and we don't want to start today. So we took the monorail from Epcot all the way to the TTC, and then took the next monorail over to Magic Kingdom. And instead of going all the way to our resort and then coming back to the party, we decided just to stop at the party now. We had no plans tonight except for getting candy. So we went inside, got Alyssa some allergy-free candy, and then we went to the other regular candy stops where I got some candy. And then we stopped for more allergy-free candy on the way out. We walked over to the monorail and waited for the resort monorail to come around. Had a beautiful view of the sunset as we were waiting on the monorail to come. Eventually it did get there and took us over to the Contemporary. We had left a few bags with Bell Services there to hold for us, so we grabbed those and then took the boat from Contemporary over to Boulder Ridge, where of course our room was ready. It was almost dark at this point. We went up to our 2-bedroom villa and did a room tour for YouTube and Facebook. Over here by the kitchen counter is that bar I was telling you about, where you've got a couple seats, so you could fit a couple people there and a couple at the table, but still not a huge table like they have in some of the other rooms. You got your entertainment center with a drawer, and of course that's where you have your extra pillows and blankets and such for the pull-out bed, because this room here, the living room, has a pull-out queen bed inside of that couch. Also got to point out how adorable are these pillows. We've got Bambi and Faylene, and it's just the cutest little thing with those pillows. They're very fitting of Wilderness Lodge here, also because I've totally seen deer outside here, which is kind of cool. And if you'd like to see that entire room tour, it is linked in the description below and up there in the corner.
Once that video was done, we did take our pictures. Normally we do that first, but because it was getting dark, we did the video first. We then called Bell Services to have them bring our luggage up. Because it's so late, we know it has already arrived for sure.
Yep.
And then the family started arriving after the fireworks, so we stayed up talking to them about how much fun we had for the day. We stayed up very late because that's what you do when family's there. You stay up later than you're supposed to, but you do it because you enjoy it. And that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow.
For our Year with the Ears.